Good morning, John Augustine back again. I'm just going to say I did it before, but it's always as well to repeat some of these things. The Ten Commandments, and because oftentimes we forget them. And the first commandment is, "I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me." And the second commandment is, "Thou shalt not take the name of thy Lord thy God in vain." And the third commandment is, "Remember that thou keep holy the Sabbath day." Is that being done nowadays, even in this country of Ireland, the land of saints, of the island of saints of scholars? The great gift that they produce with missionaries all over the world. Yeah, spreading the good news. Um, Too many are working. They don't need to work. In some countries, the shops are closed, except maybe the boulangerie in France, something like that. That they're the bakers, and they'd be closed at one where people can get their baguettes and all that kind of stuff. The fourth is, "Honour thy father and thy mother." And the fifth commandment is, "Thou shalt not kill." And that covers everything, including the killing of the innocent by the abortion, and the vulnerable by euthanasia. And it's just that, oh, what evil. "Thou shalt not kill." The fifth. Yeah, nothing good will come from that. "Thou shalt not kill." The sixth, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." The seventh, "Thou shalt not steal." 8. "Thou shalt not bear false witnesses against thy neighbour." And 9th, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's wife." And 10th, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's goods." They're the commandments. Repeat the first commandment. The first commandment is, "I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me." What are we required to do by the first commandment? By the first commandment, we are required to adore God. That is, humbly to acknowledge his infinite excellence and our complete dependence upon him. How do we adore God? We adore God by acts of faith, hope, and charity, by prayer, and especially by the holy sacrifice of the Holy Mass. What does faith oblige us to do? Faith obliges us to believe what God has revealed in truth, to learn the truths of our religion, and to profess them openly when necessary. Oh, don't hide it under a bushel. How can we know with certainty what God has revealed? We can know with certainty what God has revealed from the teaching of his church, which is the pillar and the ground of truth. That's 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. What does hope oblige us to do? Hope obliges us to trust firmly that God will give us eternal life and the means to obtain it. What does charity oblige us to do? Charity obliges us to love God above all things for his own sake, and our neighbour and ourselves for the love of God. Well, there we are. There's the 10 Commandments. And get a little catechism or Catholic doctrine and have a read of it, because it'll keep you up to date. It'll remind you of your duties. Yeah. Pass on the faith where you can, because there's no missioners now. There's no vocations hardly to the priesthood, except in Africa and India and them places. Only for them we wouldn't have masses in many churches in this country, and indeed in other parts of the world as well. Yeah. And the birth control has affected in many countries. There's not enough children being born to replace for the better do work. That's why they're allowing immigrants into various countries, because there's not enough people being born. This birth control and artificial, whatever it is, contraception and all this. Not good. Bad comes from it, doesn't it? Yeah. Some people have no children, some people have only one, and maybe two at the most. Not enough. Bye now.